Hey everybody, welcome to Falcon Plays Icy, episode number 5. We are recording here today on Friday, which means I recorded the very first 4 episodes yesterday. As of right now, the very first episode has aired, and so far what I've been watching on YouTube, at least through the views and the comments, is that you guys want to see some more of it, so I'm actually really excited. So again, if you are enjoying it, definitely keep leaving your thumbs up and your likes. The support always does mean a lot. So what are we doing for today, Falcon? You're probably wondering. Well, we have a few options here. We could actually continue our main story, which is come down over here and talk to Fang to see if he has any idea about those high-tech military dudes that we have to locate. Or, I figured the other thing we can do, since I've been putting off for a while now, is actually talk to our survivors and learn more about them. I'm pretty sure that you guys would like to know more of the story behind them. I still haven't, every episode I've recorded so far has not aired just yet. But I'm pretty sure at some point or another I'll get people telling me, Falcon, we want to know about the characters, come on, story-related, dog, get over there. And you know what? You're correct. Let's talk to our individuals here. So we'll start off with Jerome here for one. What brings you to old Jerome? Alright, let's ask about his eye just right off the bat, huh? Just straight up that way. Dog, come on, you gotta ease yourself into that question. Let's ask about our mission first. It's a screwed up situation. We risk throwing ourselves in a suicide mission, but at the same time, we can't just abandon our companions. We need to track them, and doing so, you'll have time to gather items and supplies. We need to prepare for dealing with them. At the end of the day, they're just 3. They may just be some badass mercenaries, but they're human just like you and me. And that's needed to kill a human is a properly placed bullet. But we need to be able to shoot that bullet. We need weapons, supplies, probably more people, their strength and numbers. Okay. So right there's a good hint, like, hey, we should try to get some more people, even though you're probably thinking more people means more mouths to feed, but at the same time, we are going to probably need numbers for these fights, or whatever holds ahead of us in the story. And let's ask about Vale. There isn't much to be told. The Vale is a little territory mostly surrounded by woods and mountains. That's why it's a safe area. The Vale is a safe place, but there are different reasons behind that safety. First of all, as I already told you, it's quite enclosed and that means less travelers around. But the real secret is that most people in the Vale are poor. I traveled a lot and I can assure you that the Wind Tower is a shitty, ridiculous village compared to some towns I've seen in the plains. Let's talk about his contact, I guess? He's a weapons trader, a good, reliable person. He knows a lot about the ancients and their machineries. Even if he won't be able to buy the radio, we'll have a proper evaluation. He is a friend of mine. He used to travel together, but he eventually decided to live in the Wind Tower after a wolf turned his right leg into a chew toy. Poor guy, he didn't deserve that shit. Let's ask about his past. Bet 1. I traveled a lot before ending up with this family. I've seen a lot of different places and different people. All of the assholes are pretty much the same wherever you go. I was born as a nomad and I will die as a nomad. Every nomad dreams about settling in a safe and hot place, but most of them just keep wandering around until they take their last breath. I abandoned my first family when I was 20 years old. We lost each other during the snowstorm and I never managed to find them. We were traveling in the Great Plains, a dangerous place with scarce landmarks. Luckily for me, I found a new family after 2 months. I kept searching for my parents, but I would have died alone. Are you still interested in hearing this? I warn you, that was only the beginning. Go on, dude. Go on. Sure. I liked my new family. They allowed me to take more risk and do some exciting stuff. I finally started to enjoy my dangerous daily routine. I was young and I was unable to find happiness in a tranquil life. I was craving some action, and my parents always tried to protect me, to keep me away from any kind of danger. I discovered what's wrong about an adventurous life just a year later. Our family got attacked by a group of red horsemen. Most of us got killed, the women were enslaved, and I was left for dead on the ground. I was alone again. I barely managed to survive, and I learned about caution the worst way. I traveled to a near settlement, and some people were so kind that they allowed me to stay with them for a while, allowing my wounds to heal. I remember that I was incredibly grateful and surprised. I've never heard of anyone else getting inside a settlement so easily. Are you still with me? Or maybe you want me to continue some other time? Well, it's becoming a little bit long there, Jerome, but sure. That's what she said, by the way. No, go on. Tell me the rest of the story. Where were we? Oh yes, my short experience as a settled man. They were really kind, but it was obvious that I couldn't stay for long. The settlement was already too crowded. Among those people, there was Hector, a young but capable boy. The man who was our leader for so many years that I can't really believe he's dead. Hector asked me to join him. He was about to leave the settlement with some other people, like Goran, but he was no expert on a nomad's lifestyle. That's how our family was born, and I'm thankful that I've never seen it fall apart despite all the dangers we lived. We traveled a lot, but the world outside the Vale was dangerous. That's why 5 years ago we decided to come here. Lots of things changed since that day. We became a family. We lost many people, but we also found a lot of new friends. Then, 2 years ago, we found you, a mysterious guy with amnesia. The tale is over. I didn't give you a lot of details about everything that happened after my meeting with Hector, because a lot of those things happened, but nothing that you didn't see in those 2 years. bandits, beasts, and so on. The only different thing is that in the Vale, those things are not that common. So, did you like the little tale of my life? Yeah, thanks a lot, Jerome. Alrighty, so let's ask about his eye now, right? The burning question. Did you hear those stories about people who masturbate too often? Apparently, if you play with yourself, a wild bear will appear and cut off half of your face. Oh, good God, this guy was going at it and then, oof, that's no good. So, if you like to enjoy yourself on all these cold and lonely nights, place some bear traps around your tent. Oof. Can you spare some traps? No way, I need them more than you. I only have one working eye. Jerome starts laughing and puts a hand on your shoulder. Anyway, we were hunting, and a bear decided to smash his claws on my head. I lost an eye, yet I suddenly became more aware of my surroundings. Ironic, isn't it? Alrighty. Thanks a lot, Jerome. I guess he really wasn't doing that, but... Funny dude. Alrighty, let's talk to Demetra, which is another one of our original family members. Let's ask about her past. I can't, but it won't be easy for me. I lived as a renegade until Jerome told me I could join them, and it's not pleasant to unearth such parts of my life. Well, luckily, maybe because we have pretty high, decent speechcraft, this will intrigue us or give us this option here to get her to talk, so let's see if it's important. Don't worry, I can do that. But don't complain if I choose to end the tale another day. One shouldn't dig too much into a painful memories. My story begins 24 years ago. I was born as a nomad in a large family. We were many, and the cattle used to breed, fed us every day. I was different from the others, and I understood that in my youth, thanks to the other children and their innocent cruelty. My thoughts and my words were marked as strange and crazy just like they are today. People don't understand the meaning of different. People need a simple world with simple rules. I couldn't be different. As soon as my parents died, I became a renegade, a burden that everyone hated and despised. That's why I left them, searching for different people to walk on my different path. I left them, and it was the best decision I ever made. I traveled for 2 years around the world. I learned how this world works and how people think. Only the shallows describe the world as its inhabitants using simple words and simple rules, but you can understand them if you understand their rules, because they're too limited to go beyond those beliefs. I finally found Jerome and Hector 4 years ago, and that was a joyful day. They accepted me, and that's all that matters. I don't care if they thought I was just a crazy girl, because I became part of something. And you accepted me too, and that's why I don't care if it's strange, if the word you'd use to describe me. I just need to be myself without being mistreated for that. Alrighty. I think that's a good one. I owe you. You are kind even if you don't really think that. Oh, come on, Demetra. Why wouldn't I think that? I'll say, please, Demetra, trust my words. Let's see, you're capable. I don't care if you're a little strange, you will always be a valuable companion in my eyes. Just don't call me strange or weird. I don't like it. Those words just give me a negative connotation. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway, that tale isn't finished yet, but I will tell you it's ending in the future, not today. I don't like to recall those times as I already do that too often in my head. Alrighty, and let's see about her mission, or our mission. Our quest will bring us to face an incredible danger, but we can't witness the kidnapping of our family without feeling the urge to strike back. This is our chance to evolve. If we will be able to survive this, we will no longer be simple survivors. The predator doesn't expect the prey to hunt him. They don't know we are coming, and they will discover that only when the real fight begins. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Alrighty. Thank you, Demetra. Let's find out about our new people here. Carlos, if I'm right? Hello to you. Is there something you want to talk about? Let's ask about his past. It's nothing interesting. You are a survivor too. It's all about hunting, scavenging, and always having cold hands and a nose that begs for mercy. Are you hiding something, my friend? Yeah, something boring. The tale of my life. I'm sure there's something. Fine, I'll give you some general details so you'll get bored and beg me to stop. Anyway, there isn't much to tell you. I was born as a survivor, I lived as a survivor, I am a survivor now, and I'm afraid I'll die as a survivor. I left my parents when I was 20. It wasn't my choice. We got attacked by a group of cannibals. They killed most of us, including my parents. I traveled with the other survivors for some time, then we met another group and we decided to join them. April was among those strangers. We started getting to know each other, we liked each other. In 2 years we got married. For some time I was happy, really happy, but things aren't going to last in the White Wasteland. I consider myself lucky because despite everything that happened, I never lost April. We've been through some rough shit. Long story short, after some time our group decided to split up and life became risky again. Then we traveled with 3 different families. Every time there were problems that ruined everything, every time we lost everything, we never lost each other. The last of those 3 families was attacked by some bandits just a week before we first met, and I think you pretty much know the rest. End of story, and please don't ask me for a detailed version. I prefer some things to stay private. Alrighty. I respect your privacy. Thank you. Maybe in the future I'll tell you more. Alrighty. And let's ask about April. Marriage, the oldest of all deals, is a classical story. We found love in this wicked world and we decided to survive together as a couple until death do us part. Our secret is that she's patient enough to tolerate my personality and I... Karlov pauses for a second. I guess I can make her laugh. It's a good thing to make someone laugh when your life is nothing more than an eternal struggle with a cruel world, isn't it? You're a lucky man. Thank you, I know that. We've been lucky, but I hope luck won't abandon us for at least 20 more years. Anyway, is there something else you want to talk about? No, we're fine now. Thank you, Carlos. Alrighty, we have April, we have Ava, and we still have Mobalaji as well. You guys want to do those right now, or do we just get some gameplay going on and we talk later? Let's get some gameplay going on. I'm not sure if you guys are enjoying just the heavy text version that's going on, so let's get some gameplay going on, and we'll talk to the other people maybe next episode as well. Alrighty, so right now, we got some story that's all great and dandy. We were by the wind tower, we want to probably come down here. But let's zoom in and find out if... Let's start moving down this... No, I don't want to go there anymore. Can we just, I guess we have to go all the way around it, huh? That's a bit annoying, but sure. Come down through here. Now, what I want to see is what the stuff that we're seeing over here is. We have 38 food. Okay, that's good. Oh, we have a random event here. Had better find shelter before it strikes. What's striking? This dude? We must hurry, we don't have much time. You start walking faster in a desperate search for a decent shelter, but you're far away from any building. So is there like a storm coming and we need to take shelter, maybe? Yeah, there you go. That's kind of a weird introduction to this. Snow starts to fall on the ground, and in just a few minutes it becomes thicker and thicker. Your visibility drops down, and you are barely able to spot what's a few yards from you. April! April! Where are you? April's voice is weak and distant. You can barely understand what she says. I'm here! I'm coming! I just stumbled on a rock. Chief, I'm going to find her. I won't leave her alone in the storm. Oh, man. I mean, we can't split up, that's for sure, but that's his wife at the same time. We're all going to find her. Yeah, it's probably better. No, take the others to safety. Just light a big fire, we'll find you. Carlos starts running and disappears into the falling snow. Uh-oh. That's no good. You keep walking, hoping to find some place where to stay, but your feet sink into the snow and each step is harder than the one before. You feel the cold wind on your face and the snow is completely covering you. If you don't find a shelter, you'll die soon. A sudden gust of wind throws you on the ground and you hit your head on something metallic. A piercing pain flows down all of your head and your sight fades for some seconds. Stand up! Please stand up! Don't die here! Ava is tugging you and you immediately recover your senses. After some seconds you finally manage to stand up again, but you're unable to see anyone. The group is completely scattered and you're alone with Ava. I'm glad you're okay. Did you see the others? No, I saw you falling on the ground and hitting something, so I came here to see if you were alright. We gotta go. Please hold my hand, I don't want to get lost in the storm. Oh, suddenly. I'm not a child, don't treat me as a child wants to get her hand held. I mean, of course I'm being facetious. She's actually not wrong about holding hands, because especially in a storm like that you can't see anything, what's the best way to keep it as a group? Holding hands, right? So, why would I refuse that? Hold her hand, sure. You keep walking into when you finally find a guardrail, and there's a badly damaged fence near it. Keep walking in a straight line, follow the guardrail, or follow the fence. I guess we follow the guardrail maybe, right? Yeah. You follow the guardrail, and after a couple of minutes you spot a gas pump. There's a building near it that can be a decent shelter. Oh, thank God. Alrighty, keep walking or go into the building? No, we have to go inside. You finally found a shelter, and as soon as you enter, you feel better. The place is a good protection from the storm. The place is warmer than the outside, but you need a fire to begin some heat since you can barely feel your arms and legs. Ava is shaking badly and barely able to speak. I am so cold. Hold on, I'll try to start a fire as soon as I'm sure that we're safe here. That's probably a good idea. I'll wait here, just make it quick please. You start a fire using the stuff you find around. The place is full of scrap that you can't burn, and you easily manage to start a good fire. You and Ava gather around the small fire, craving for heat while your entire body seems frozen to the bones. Some warmth finally starts to flow into your hand, and your muscles slowly stop trembling. You will be able to survive. The time passes and the storm finally ends, leaving behind itself a quite clear sky. You feel the external temperature raising. Now you only need to find your companions. Oh, that should be easy, right? Ava has regained her skin color and seems to be a lot better now. She stands up again and puts her backpack on. I'm ready to go. Let's go find the others. You start gathering your things while you see a smoke column raising towards the sky. At least someone has survived. It takes a while to reach the place, but finally you see a big fire burning in front of an isolated house. You see Demetra throwing some wood into the fire. I was waiting for you, glorious leader. Are you being condescending to me, Demetra? Don't you dare. I'm glad to see you alive, though. And I'm glad to see you still walking on this frozen world, too. Where are the others? I don't know, my guidance. The storm scattered us like snowflakes. If we're lucky, they're alive and walking toward this fire. You suddenly hear a distant scream, and as you focus on the sound, you clearly discern the word, help. Did you hear that? You start running towards April's voice, and after a few seconds, you're able to see what's the problem. A building collapsed, and Carlos is trapped inside. That's his hand right there, holy shit. Thank God you're here. Carlos went inside to do a quick check into the place, and the damn roof collapsed on his head. You can hear Carlos' voice coming from the rubble. Fuck! 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 He seems fine to me. Are you hurt? Let's take him out, obviously. Yeah, that would be very nice of you. He's okay after a roof collapsing on him. There's gotta be some injuries, right? He seems a little bit too cheerful for it, a little bit too witty, I guess. You hear some noise, and when you turn to find out where it's coming from, you see Mobilaji running towards you. What's happening here? Carlos is trapped below the rubble. This building looks old. It wasn't a smart idea to go in right after a storm. The snow weight broke the roof. Thank God we have your brilliant mind to point out the obvious. It's true. Come on, Mobilaji. I'm aware you have good intentions, but right now let's just get the man out of here before we start pointing fingers and calling him out on how dumb he is. Screw you, Carlos. I'm not the one who ignored reason to walk into a deadly trap. You're lucky to be alive. Please, guys, do not fight. We have to save him. Alrighty. Does anybody have an idea? Let's be careful. We need to act with light hand and patient caution, or the entire building will collapse. We'll waste half a day just getting him out of it. Mobilaji, what are you implying? That we should just leave him because we're going to waste some time? No. Not going to do that. More helping, less talking. It's not wasted time. The next time, he'll be careful. So yeah, more helping, less talking, guys. We'll waste half a day. Yeah, I'm aware. Oh, click. Fine, but don't expect me to be all smiles all the time. You spend some time digging Carlos out while Mobilaji keeps complaining, and April doesn't help the mood. After more than an hour, Carlos is finally free. Oh god, are you okay? Carlos limps to reach a rock and sits on it, holding his right leg with his hand. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks, guys. Can you walk? It's not that bad. Just give me a few minutes and I'll be able to move. Why the fuck did you enter in there? It was clearly dangerous. Shit, look at that wood. It's completely rotted. Shut up. We've been through worse places. I was just unlucky. That's all. Unlucky? You were an idiot. We were scattered around and you decided to enter in there. That's just stupid. Go to hell. Do you think to be some sort of wise man? Alrighty, so as the leader, come on, can I interject here and be like, hey, come on guys, let's relax it here. Yeah, this is it. Childish bullshit. Stop it right now, kids, alrighty? Don't make me get my belt out. Start spanking you in the heinies over here. Mobilaji just looks at you in silence and nods with his head before walking away. Carlos stands up and walks away trying to hide the pain coming from his leg. I didn't start it, and I don't want to continue it. Good. Let's go back and take our belongings. Your group starts packing up, and in a few minutes you're ready to go. There's some tension in the air, but no one's arguing anymore. Have we just completely disregarded the fact... Oh, Jerome's still here. There was no Jerome interaction going on there, so I was a little bit worried. Alrighty, so we survived. I'm not sure if that was story-related or just a random event, but at least we survived, and that's what really matters here. Alrighty, I still want to go over to that little place I'm seeing here, so we'll continue going that way. There isn't a way, to my knowledge, to move the map. Up? No, not... Oh, D is for diary. I was trying to do the whole WSD to see if you can move the map. Maybe once you're zoomed in? No. It's interesting. I'd really like to be able to move the map when you're zoomed in to see what's going on ahead. Anyway, we have what looks to be... I'm not sure if it's either a road or a fenced area, but we do have a location here which I'm actually really curious to find out what's happening in there. So let's definitely go check it out. You find an old farm. Great. We have 2 hours for a little bit over half. 4 seems pretty ideal. What time is it? It's 12 in the afternoon. Day 6. How is our food supply? 35 and 1? It's not too bad. You know what? We could definitely risk 4 hours to have a less risk as to what's happening here, right? So yeah, we'll check this out. Multiple spider webs block your path. Oh god, I hate spiders so much. They creep me out. Any bug creeps me out, but spiders in particularly. Use a torch to burn the webs and proceed past them. We do have torches, so that's good. Light a fire to burn the webs and proceed past them. Try to carefully walk through all the webbing. Avoid this path. Still, let's use a torch. We have 2 of them, don't we? You burn the webs and proceed across the corridor. I figure if we use fuel, what if we start like an entire fire and burn down the entire house, you know? So the torch one seems a little bit less risky. Oh, good. So we got 3 more fuel. No medicine, no food, no ammunition, which I think is ammunition anyway. But we have another batarang and some more scrap. We'll take everything, and that's all for this area, huh? Alrighty, great. So, after some character dialogue, a little bit of progress forward, and investigating this area, we're going to wrap it up here for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like. The support always does mean a lot. I will catch you next time.